Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is Thursday, September the 27th, 2012. Okay, so I've been working on this crater, showing you guys a bunch of alignments with this crater next to North America here in the Pacific, right here. Okay, and I've been fine-tuning it every day, a little bit more every day. I mean, this is just undeniable for sure. You can't get around this. This is definitely an impact by the moon, and it just shows that if this one's right, then the other one's right, because this is about the right size, and this crater on the Earth is bigger than the moon, than they say the entire moon is. But look, you got no choice anymore. Look at this. Just look. No choice anymore. I'm sorry. It's all there. That's all right there. Every bit of it. Every single bit of that's right there. Every curve, turn. Look at this. Look at this right here. See this long black line right there? That right there is this right here. Same thing. Of course, look at the Grand Canyon. Look what they do to the Grand Canyon. That's definitely a covered picture. Hold on a second. I got to take a break. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay, there you go. That is a definite. No question about that. I don't care what anybody says. That right there goes right there. The weather patterns will show that this impact takes place right here. The weather patterns will show it. Not all the time. They won't show it always show with best weather, but they will show it eventually. They will. And let's see what we got today. Oh yeah, it fits in there. It definitely fits in there. It'll fit better as we get. See, all the weather's up north. Pretty soon we'll have weather a little bit more south around where these craters are, and these craters will expose themselves. It just did the other day. You can watch my other videos where they show that. I mean, I've been getting closer and closer every day. I make a video, and then I look at it a little closer, and I adjust it a little bit more, and I've got it fine-tuned pretty good right now. I'd say it's pretty good. Let's just check the weather here, see what we're looking at. Yep, looks like just a little bit more adjustment, and I'll have the weather. I'm not going to mess with it though. The weather's not a big deal. It's going to show itself eventually, anyways. I mean, it shows itself now, but it's going to show itself really good pretty soon. Watch. As soon as the weather comes around, you'll see. So there you go. Look at that. Take a look at it again before I have to go back to work. Look at that. You see every line in there. Every detail is right there. Except for the Grand Canyon. They took that out of the picture. See how this goes down here where this big mountain is in Mexico, that big volcano in Mexico right there. That's pretty close to being right on there, but that's where that would be. See that? Check it out. And check it out. Another thing, half of the United States is different than the other half. You can obviously see that it stops right at that point. Right there, you see it. It changes. The land changes right about here, and it changes all from here, this point over. Okay, and then from here over, you can see shapes that whole area. I mean, that shows the size of the moon is bigger than they say. It looks like it appears to be bigger than the Earth. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, look, you have to believe what NASA tells you. You try to measure it yourself, and you think that the scientists, it would have got out, but the scientists would have gotten it. It would have leaked out somewhere by now. No, no, no. I don't think it would. I do not think it would, because if for the scientists to bring this out, it would discredit everything that they've said in the past. So they're not going to do it. They would not get out. The only ones that could really know for sure is the government, NASA, and the scientists. They're the only ones that know for sure. And I'm sure they got their reasons for not telling us. But look, I've been doing this for almost 3 years. I've lined up enough to know. I've seen the weather patterns show it. Everything shows it. These take place. Look at the center. Look at the center of this thing. You can see where it happens. I mean, there's the center of it. I mean, that little piece right there is the center. But there was probably land here, other land or something. Maybe not. Probably not, actually. I mean, you can see how the whole west coast of North America is right in place. Look at that. Alaska, all the way up to Alaska, where we know. Look, there's gold all the way along the west coast of North America, all the way from up here down here, British Columbia, and all the way down here, and you know, all the way down to Mexico, because of this. Oh yeah, it comes up from a soup in the ground. Okay, look, I believe the moon is made of quartz myself. I believe the quartz on the Earth comes from the impacts with the moon. I mean, you can look at the moon and you can see it looks like it's made of quartz to me. And I've seen there's evidence on the Earth itself. You can go up to the mountains and you can see big giant boulders with like just quartz splashed right onto the side of it. I mean, I know that you think that would come from the Earth, but probably not. It probably came from the moon when it impacted the Earth. It probably melted onto those rocks when it impacted the Earth. Look, I mean, you could just look at the Earth and just look at the world around you, and you could see. I mean, just like the Grand Canyon, the 8 sediment layers that they say that form the canyon walls, those were built somehow. Okay, and I mean, those are big sediment layers, and they're all different. Each one is different, because the moon hits the Earth in a different spot, creating a different sediment layer each time. It hits here, it hits over here this time, so it's going to create a different sediment layer this time because it's way over here, and it's going to be different than this one was. Okay, and there's other ones all around. One here. I mean, they're all over. So, you know, you can believe that the moon is just a little planet or little moon up there in the sky, 2,100 miles across, or whatever they say it is. You can believe that if you want. But the evidence on the Earth shows way different. I mean, you say it's against the laws of physics. Physics nobody knows what the laws of physics were before, you know, when in Earth's past. They don't know. They have no idea what the physics were then. I mean, I'm sure they were much different than they are now. Probably couldn't. I mean, I'm sure they were. You know, it's at least the Mars-sized planet, but I think it's bigger than the Earth myself. Because if you look at the moon, at this crater right here, you look at this crater. You look at the moon. The measurements are like 500 miles, some ridiculous size, and you measure this, and then there's so much moon left to go on the side outside this crater. This is like a small crater on the moon. It's ridiculous. Here, let's check it out. Let's go check it out. It's so funny. If really to scale what they're showing, then the moon is way bigger than the Earth. Way bigger. Because look at this. Look at how much moon is still left to go on each side. I mean, that crater, I'm only going out to about this far, and it's already, I don't know, let's just measure this and see what ridiculous size they give us here, just on this first ring here to here. Look at it. It's maybe 500 miles, this whole crater. I mean, we'll go from the outer ring, give them some credit here. 500 miles. Okay? That's a joke. That means the moon is further away than they say, because it is bigger, and that means it's further. I mean, I've lined up every one of these impacts that are on the moon. Look at this, has been covered. This is not just a little impact right here. This is just the center of this impact. This impact goes all the way around. You see this shaded area? This goes right here, all the way around. Okay, here's another one. You think all these craters individually hit this spot to create that big dark area? You're wrong. That's one impact it's one big impact right there. It's not just these little craters deciding to hit the same spot to turn this spot dark. That's one giant solid impact with the Earth, and you can find it yourself. It's on the Earth. You got all these other ones. All these dark areas are all impacts. Mare Australe impact. This one too, Crisium impact. This one impact. All with the Earth. You can find them all. They're all there. All from the Earth. These ones have been covered by the most recent impacts. These are the most recent impacts. The side that faces us now, like I showed before, the Copernicus hits right in Northern California. Right there. That hits right in Northern California. Yes, it does. And I've already located the Kepler in North Dakota. And this one right here is up in Canada. And and the distance between them is way further away, way further than they show on the moon here. And I guarantee those ones that I found on the Earth are the exact ones that are from these craters right here on the moon. Yeah, 566. It's 3 times that at least. It's 4 times that actually. 4 times that distance on the Earth. 4 times. And I know it sounds far-fetched and it sounds like I'm out of my mind, but you know what? I'm not. And I research this every day. So if you don't research it every day and you haven't looked and you're just going by what you learned in science class in school or whatever, then you don't have no room you can't tell me anything because you haven't looked yourself. If you look yourself, you're going to find out exactly you're going to see exactly what I'm seeing. You just have to spend some time. I spend a lot of time on it. It's like almost every day, almost every day for 3 years I spend time on it. Almost every day for a while, and I've spent a lot of time on it. Believe me, and I'm not stupid. I know what I'm seeing. They link themselves together. There's no way the shapes are coincidental. No way in hell. You can check it yourself. Like I said, check it yourself. I mean, I know you're not going to believe me, so if you think it's worth it, you should check yourself, just in case I'm right? Because I've showed so many really good alignments that really can't be denied. Like that same crater hits right here, and it could be the same exact impact actually, but it's probably not. It's probably not, because there is one right here that shapes Europe, unless it was over the top over there, and that wouldn't surprise me either. There was some continents that were layered at times, so that's a whole different subject. Anyways, just wanted to point that out. Let's check it out one more time if you're still here watching, just in case. You're probably not, but you never know. Just might be. Again, right here. You can't get around that. See this shape right? Even this shape is here. This little wing. It looks like a little wing right here. Look at this. Right here. Hold on, where'd it go? Right here. See this up here? It's the same thing you see right there. This little wing shape right there. It's all there. That's a really good. You can't really get a better alignment than that, I don't think, because I got that lined up right in place. And once that's in place, you can see the Grand Canyon is gone, totally wiped off that map. But you can see the rest of the picture. Look at that. Every curve, every line, every detail is in the picture. It just takes practice looking at it. That's all. But they definitely are hiding the Grand Canyon. I always wondered when I was going to find that shape too. That's something that right there. Definitely that right there. Look at that. So you see the size of that, right? You see that fit right in place, right? The size is right. Everything it's the right shape, right? That fits. You got to agree with that, right? And then you come up here, and then you have the Great Salt Lake, and you got to agree that fits there. I mean, you can see it's the same exact shape, right? Then look at this circle right here. Look at this circle right here. This crater right here with this circle in the center of it. Same thing right there. Look at that. With the circle in the center of it. Same exact thing right there. There's Yellowstone right there. Look at they're hiding that too. I mean, I guarantee they're hiding some shit right there. Look at that. That's totally unnatural compared to the rest of the picture. Totally unnatural. As you can see. But you can see everything else. It's in there. It's stupid the way they do things. I'll take credit for the discovery, since nobody else wants to bring it to the public. I'll bring it to the public. I'll take credit for the discoveries, since the scientists want to just lay back and just lie about everything. Basically, I'll take credit for the discovery. I spent enough time on it. Sure, I'll take credit for it. Put me down in the science books. Because I guarantee I'm right. If these pictures are right, I'm right. And I'll end it right there. You want to challenge me? Challenge me. I'll accept your challenge any day.